Out tilling the garden. I got like a whole bunch of stuff to get done today, and getting the garden tilled is one of them. And if you know anything about me, and after post-cancer, my hearing's not very good. I'm supposed to wear hearing aids. I don't like to wear them because, to be honest with you, the batteries don't even stay charged for a full day. So it's kind of like, why only be able to not hear part of the day? Make it so you can't hear the whole entire day. Anyways, what I'm getting at is, I'm out tilling the garden, and over the sound of the tiller, I hear a noise. I don't know what the noise is yet. I hear a noise, and that should tell you it was either pretty loud or it was moderately loud and within a frequency range that I don't have any hearing loss. Long story short, went to go turn the tiller, and I realized that the tire was flat. Now, either it spun because the valve is down inside there. Well, there's a pretty big little place right there too. Or it actually busted. We're about to find out which one it is. I kind of hope that it's not busted because I really have a lot to get done. I'm behind already from where I normally am. I don't need nothing holding me up. I mean, let's face it, if I have to order a tube, it's going to be here in 2 to 5 days from Amazon. I think that rim just bent from this screwdriver. That's like the craziest thing ever. They sure don't make these like they used to. Just like patching a bicycle tire. Basically, you got to get the tire off the rim, at least on one side, in order to check the tube. Get it started. It usually goes pretty easy after that. Once you're over the hump. We're over the hump. I'm going to try to do this without taking the tube all the way out, or without taking a tire all the way off of the other side. I just want to make sure that the valve's okay and that the tube is okay. And if so, I can fix this pretty quick. But, of course, it's not. See there, the valve twisted clear off. That's kind of what I thought happened when I saw it, because it was a pretty loud 3.5 by 4-6. You know, I actually think I have some of those. I think that's the same size that my wagon uses, and I bought 4 tubes for that last year and never put them in because I never got around to it. Let's walk out here and see. And actually, while we're going to walk out here and see, I got some things I want to talk about. I mentioned it in some videos back when I first found out that I had cancer, but I hadn't made it public yet, that homesteading is a pretty hard lifestyle, especially when I'm not married, I'm single, I don't even have time to date, because it takes every second of every day that I'm awake to maintain this homestead. And if you think that you're going to get a homestead and it'll just be easy peasy all the time, that's not going to be it. Especially the more you add, the more it's on your plate. I mean, at one time I had chickens, goats, rabbit, bees, cat, chickens, goats, rabbit, bees, cat, garden, fruit trees, foraging. I was doing it all. And when I got cancer, I had to cut that back. So I still got the chickens and the bees and the cat and the fruit trees in the garden. And it's literally all I can do to keep up with that. Those tubes are right here somewhere. Let's turn this around and see if we can find them. I was looking all over for those tubes. I was like, where in the world are they at? I couldn't even find them. And then I noticed they're right here. But these are what size? For 6-inch rim. Huh. For use in 4 to 6-inch tire only. I believe that's what I got. That was pure luck. Let's go take it up there and see. Back to what I was talking about though. what I'm getting at is homesteading is hard work. To raise, like, try to do like I do, where I raise 80% of the food that I eat. And doing it all by myself, it literally occupies all my time. And, you know, like I said, I've been single for 13 years because I don't have time to date. Isn't that crazy? And then I live in a very secluded, remote area, so it's not like I get to meet a lot of people anyways. And then when you meet someone, you're like, yeah, I live like it's 1700s, and they look at you like you're crazy. But what I'm getting at is, not only is it hard work, you can very quickly get burnt out. I see this happen all the time where people, they want to live this lifestyle. They get chickens, they get rabbits, they get bees, they get goats, they can do a garden, they do fruit trees. And what happens is they get overwhelmed with the amount of work. Even if it's a family, it can be very overwhelming. Especially like in the videos that I mentioned previously, I use my day job to fund my homestead improvements and that sort of thing. And then, you know, the actual homestead provides the reward. And it's very easy for people to get in over their heads. So what I'm going to recommend, if you're going to get into this lifestyle, is to start and go slow. Look at what's going to provide you the most bang for the buck, which your first year, I would plant as many fruit trees as possible. Then while you're doing everything else after that, those fruit trees are growing. They're going to have to grow for 4 to 7 years before they ever produce their first fruit crop. So while you're doing everything else, they can be growing in the background. So I would probably do fruit trees the first year if I was going to do this over again. The second year, I'd probably do chickens in a garden. The third year, I might add bees. And then the fourth year, I'd probably add rabbits and goats. That's kind of the way I would do it if I was going to do it over. I think I did literally all that stuff in like the first 2 or 3 years. And it was tough. And, you know, my friend who was here, we had a conversation, and she actually said the goats was the icing on the cake. Like that really pushed it over the top. Goats are so much work. You have no idea until you actually have goats. But if they're dairy goats especially, they gotta be milked twice a day. And, you know, that's an hour of your time, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. If you're lucky, you'll get it done in 30 minutes. And then you got everything else to do on top of that. Just trust me. Time is very hard to find on a homesteading lifestyle. And you have to be very efficient with your time and what you're going to do. I still make lists of these days, what my daily goals are every single day. And what my weekly goals are, and what my monthly goals are, and what my yearly goals are. It's the only way I can keep up with it. Anyways, let's get back to seeing if this is the right tube for this tire. So this says, I thought I saw it say 4 to 6 somewhere on here. It says 3.5, 4 to 6. Ha ha. Man, I got super lucky. But I'm going to have to order another one. I thought I ordered 4 of these. Why is there only 2? I know I ordered 4. I might need to order some more of these though. Let's this says 4 to 6. It don't say anything about 3.5. It just says 4 to 6. Well, kind of looks like it's, you know what? I don't know if it's going to be the right size on the inner part. Well, I need to get this garden tilled. I'll stretch it and make it work. That's what I'll do. Got to get this in here without damaging it. More than one way to skin a cat. I basically had to put these 2 big C-clamps on there to hold one side of it down so I could get it started the rest of the way around with the screwdrivers. But we got her done. Let's go get some air in it. One thing I'm not too crazy about is the way that this I'm not too crazy about the way that this valve is in here. Well, I ended up ordering the right tube for this. The valve stem on this is not in the right position, or it doesn't exit the rim correctly. So we'll just get it thrown on here real quick and finish out what I was doing today. Let's see. The nice thing is, all that holds it on there is a cotter pin, so at least the wheel comes off easy. Usually. Gonna need both hands though. Be right back. So yeah, the wheel's not too hard to put on. But that tube, you can kind of see. And I thought maybe that if I flip the tube around, it would help. But no, it's the same either way. So I tried that already. It's just the way that this valve stem is made. So the one I've got will come out and kind of like curve up. I don't think the other one had that on there, but it's just not the right tube for this style of wheel. Anyways, time to get the rest of this done. I've got new beds I'm putting in and more asparagus to harvest, it looks like. Well, crap. I got most of it done. But not enough. I gotta go get some gas now.